Here we are in fall, and we got this caterpillar trying to cross the trail. I'm gonna pick him up so you guys can get a good look at him. Seems cool. Normally they say that some of these are poisonous, but we'll give him a hand. I'll bring him all the way over here, put him in this rabbit bush. See if you like some rabbit bush. Oh, I almost rolled off my hand. Now he thinks I'm a predator of some sort. There you go, little buddy. See you later. Well, hello everyone. Coming to you guys from the confluence of over there, that little water coming out there. That's the Wild Horse Creek is what they call it. And it's just a little tributary that runs down off the prairie up towards the north of town. Comes down through, I guess, the bottom of Pueblo West and then drains into here. And it's a pretty nasty, pretty dirty little river or creek, or yeah, it's a creek. So anyways, the water today, they turned up the flow a little bit, and we're at 128 cubic feet a second versus where it's been normally around 70 and 80 cubic feet a second. So we got a nice little flow going today. The specific conductance of the river has kind of cleared out some. It was higher in the last couple days back there last week because of a lot of rain and stuff, so which caused it to get real murky. But today the visibility is pretty good. Looks nice down there. The temperature outside right now is 74 and feels pretty decent. And also the humidity is at 37% and on the rise. I'm not sure if we're expecting any storms today or anything, but I'm down here at the river. I already see a good sized fish sitting right down there. I got a grasshopper I picked up earlier. I'm gonna see if I can, oh, that grasshopper didn't go very far. I might have to catch another one just to throw it out there. Yeah, and the fish right now, I'd be biting on caddises, midges, all kinds of different little flies. Pretty much any fly you can get usually works. Even some strange colors worked pretty good too. It's just about how you present it to the fish is the main thing. Down here with the, I think it's the TN Provo Keiryu rod. I use it as my Tenkara rod, and it works pretty well for that. I like the length of it, and I also like how strong the backbone is on it. When you get a good fish, you keep them on instead of breaking off. Okay, well, now that I'm tied on, I got about 12 or 13 feet of main line and about 4 foot of tippet, a mixture of 3 and 4X. I got this woolly bugger with a big old patch of something in its butt, but it's not a really big one. It's tied up on a size, I think it's 12, with a little nickel plated bead head. I need to trim that line down a little more right there on the headpiece. Just a little long. These cutters aren't bad, but sometimes they just don't cut. Let's see if we can't find something sitting around one of these rocks real quick here. By the way, I have super bright socks on too. So that might also deter a fish. Bright orange, white, blue. There's something back there. Super bright socks. Got one. Oh yeah, that one wanted to show it to you. I love the sound of that rod. With just a little breeze on it. That's a decent rainbow. This is why I got everything out of my pockets. Because I'm being towed downstream by this fish. In the net. Woo! Sorry about all the bad views there, everybody. Barbless size 12 woolly bugger there. Big female. Oh, big male. Let's see what we got. 9 and 9, 18. 18-inch rainbow. Beautiful colors. Beautiful. Get the release there. Almost swam back into my net for me. Net it again. That was a good fish. Good fight. Good fight. Well, now that we're half a mile downstream from where we started, over there, Oh boy, that's two there. This barbless hook is marvelous. There we go. Oh, this one ain't a big one, but it's got the fight. And now it wants to hide my little bugger wherever it went. There it is. A little 12-inch. Let's see. 6 and... Come on, hold still. Alright, we'll just go from there then. 8 and 4. 12. It's like we're dealing with a little eel. Little 12-inch rainbow. And I got a piece of seaweed on my rod up there, keeping everything wrapped up. Make sure the lens is cleaned off. There's one. I gotta keep it over here. Stay out of the current. Stay out of them rocks. It's another decent rainbow. Barbless hook. Marvelous, barbless hook. Let's make sure we're not straightened out or anything here. And also we better check that. It's a lot of fish so far on one little fly. Yeah, we're good. Well, sooner or later here, we'll get another one in the net besides the little one. Casting into a really dangerous place right now in between a bunch of rocks over there. There's one. Oh yeah. That's a giant one. You might be 10 inches. It's even got a hole in its belly down there. You see that hole? Something been trying to attack that little guy. We're just gonna try to get him out of the net as smoothly as possible here. There's one. Six and 7, 13. Lumpy-headed female. Nice little lumpy-headed female. I'm just gonna let it kind of drift down. Come back around. Got one. Big one. You gotta keep it wearing itself out there. In the net. Oh, calm down. Let's see, 7 and 10, 17-inch big male there. I'll just go ahead and rest my rod somewhere here, out of the way. Get this fly out of the net. Skinny little male. Nice one though. Sun's kind of gone away, so there's not really a good angle. Get it right back in there. There's one. Maybe 14. Up, come back here. I'm impressed with how good of a swimmer you are, Trout. Oh, 8 and 5. 13. Now the sun's back out, we'll get a nice shiny 12-inch, 13-inch rainbow. Don't want me to show you guys to them. Nice little woo flipper. That's what I like to call those, because that's all they like to do is flip around like it's something fancy. That's a bad area to cast. Way over, and too much rocks over there. If you can't provoke the fish to come out of the rock a little bit, they don't want what you got. I wouldn't advise casting in those rocks if I was anybody, just because those rocks, I've been cut off, broke off in these rocks so many times, especially when the water's up higher. When the water's higher, it's even more difficult to fish these rocks because the fish like to sit down in them. Seen a giant flash back there in the hole. Sometimes you can wrangle one out of those rocks, like right now. Just because it's not a big one. When you get done flipping, I'll get the hook out of you. Okay, hook's out. 4 and 7. Yep, flipper. We're just gonna let the little flipper go. I'm tired of little fish flinging water on everything. Keep hitting that glob of moss in there. Top of the rock. There's one. Had to flip him up out of those rocks. It's a good thing about having a backbone on your rod. Come on, fish. You gotta keep the pressure on them, especially when you're using barbless. This fish keeps it up, I might just go pick it up. Woo! It's a nice rainbow right there. 10 and 8, another 18. We may have to retie now. May have to retie. It's got my little fly wrapped up around every fin. Woo! Easy there, big girl. Easy. That's a beautiful rainbow right there. Another 18. There it goes. Slipping right out and back in the water. Don't want me to show you guys to them. Nice little woo flipper. That's what I like to call those, because that's all they like to do is flip around like it's something fancy. That's a bad area to cast. Way over, and too much rocks over there. If you can't provoke the fish to come out of the rock a little bit, they don't want what you got. I wouldn't advise casting in those rocks if I was anybody, just because those rocks, I've been cut off, broke off in these rocks so many times, especially when the water's up higher. When the water's higher, it's even more difficult to fish these rocks because the fish like to sit down in them. Seen a giant flash back there in the hole. Sometimes you can wrangle one out of those rocks, like right now. Just because it's not a big one. When you get done flipping, I'll get the hook out of you. Okay, hook's out. 4 and 7. Yep, a flipper. We're just gonna let the little flipper go. I'm tired of little fish flinging water on everything. Keep hitting that glob of moss in there. Top of the rock. There's one. Had to flip him up out of those rocks. a good thing about having a backbone on your rod. Come on, fish. You gotta keep the pressure on them, especially when you're using barbless. This fish keeps it up, I might just go pick it up. Woo! It's a nice rainbow right there. 10 and 8, another 18. We may have to retie now. May have to retie. It's got my little fly wrapped up around every fin. Woo! Easy there, big girl. Easy. That's a beautiful rainbow right there. Another 18. There it goes. Slipping right out and back in the water. You know, I should check that. That fly was a little close to the corner of that mouth on that fish. Nope, tippet feels good. We're still rock starring over here. Working the rocks like a rock star. So main thing is when you go looking for fish. Fish are everywhere in a river. Fish like structure. If you can find structure, you can find fish. Apparently this structure is just a bunch of rocks, and the fish seem to like hiding in them. Missed that one. And need to go further, rod. That's not what I mean, rod. That's what I mean. I just can't keep it away from this rock in front of me. And the wind is really not helping things. All I want to do is I just want to work down that side of the rock. There's another one. Woo! I just threw that one upriver just to get it out of my way. Did you finally throw it out? It did. Wow. What a good fish. 4, 3, and 6, 9. Well, I tried to show you guys a flipper. There's one. Big one. Stay on. Come back here. Nice rainbow right there. 12 and 6, 18. Biggest of the day, big female. Easy now. Big female. Look at that girl. Nice. Get her back on in there. There's one. Woo! Okay, well, this ought to be enough for today. It's a nice little rainbow. Got my fly all tangled up in there around him, or Yeah, around him. Well, 4 and 8, 12. Thank you guys for watching. Liking and subscribing to my videos. Nice little rainbow right there. Apparently somebody's hooked it before several times. That's about the end of my day right there. One last cast or two here after I get it to go where what is going on up there? There we go. One last drift through there, and that'll be the end of my day. Thank you guys for watching. Liking and subscribing. Feel free to share if you'd want to. Thank you.